guys, and welcome to my 25-week bump date. This week has been pretty crazy. First and foremost, we only have 14 weeks at this point until baby is due. So we're so excited, except for I feel like there's a lot left to do. So let me just kind of get into what happened this week. First things first is on Thursday we went to our OB appointment. We got some potentially good news at that appointment. We finally met with an attending and the specialist high-risk doctor guy. Up until this point, we have not, all we've seen are the residents. We haven't met the attending, we haven't met the high-risk guy, anything like that. So it was really good to finally get to see somebody and talk to them about, kind of our plans and everything. They did say that there is a possibility that I can get an epidural. Previously, we were told absolutely not because I have spina bifida. Upon further investigation and kind of research, I don't think that I'll be able to because I have spina bifida in L1 and L2, and I also have a fracture at L5. So unless they can put it in between L3 and L4, the likelihood of me getting an epidural is pretty slim. The only reason that would be a concern is if we have to do a C-section, because typically they use an epidural for a C-section. If I can't have one, they would actually have to put me completely under, at which point my husband would not be allowed in the operating room, so we would essentially both miss out on the birth of our first child, and I really don't want that. So I'm hoping that the little guy does what he needs to do and that my body can do what it needs to do. We also talked to them about pain medication options because a lot of the pain medications used, the narcotics anyway, used in childbirth are Valium or Demerol based, and I cannot have either of those because I'm allergic. So it's kind of looking like, regardless of what happens, we're probably going to have a natural childbirth, which is fine. That's what I want anyways, but it would be nice to know that there is an option. And at this point, it's looking like I have very few options as far as actual pain relief goes during labor, but that's okay. The other good things that we got at the appointment, I did my GD test, and I'm assuming that I passed it because I never heard anything back. To me, like, everyone was like, the drink is so gross, it's nasty, it's gonna make you sick, and all this. It did make me nauseous, I'm not gonna lie. But I choked that drink, and I literally drank the entire little bottle in like 30 seconds flat. I just pretended it was something good, and I just drank it, and then we walked around the hospital for a bit, and came back and got the blood draw. When we were walking around the hospital, we got a call from the study that we're part of, and they were able to secure us the only available slot that the ultrasound tech has for 3D ultrasounds. We were able to get it, so we will be having a 3D ultrasound on May 19th, and I'm so excited for that, just to kind of see, what this little guy is going to look like. My husband and I originally talked about it, and we decided that we would not have a 3D ultrasound just because, we can wait. But if we're going to get it for free, why not, right? So that's that. I have been nesting like crazy, and it kind of sucks because my body doesn't want to do stuff, and every time I get really active and like doing things, I end up having contractions. They are not Braxton Hicks. The doctor confirmed that at the doctor's appointment. They are real, so I have to take it very, very easy, and just kind of really listen to my body and know when I'm overworked. I don't want to. You have that urge to clean and organize and get everything ready, and 10 minutes in, you're exhausted, and you need a break. So thankfully my husband's been picking up the slack quite a bit, and he's been really helping me out in just doing stuff around the house and getting things done and ready. Honestly, I think my nesting instinct kind of kicked his nesting instinct into gear, but that's okay. So, as far as milestones, this week was huge in milestones. We hit the 2-digit mark, meaning we have 99 days or less. Obviously, every day is 1 day less for our baby to come. So, yeah. Ooh. We also kind of hit a few milestones as far as it being 1 year since our first baby would have been born. On April 19th would have been his or her first birthday, so that was kind of a difficult day. I spent most of it crying and really just kind of upset. And then we also hit another milestone, but I can't really remember what it was. But that was the big one. It's just less than 100 days. Symptoms. The nausea and the vomiting definitely returned. I had about a 4-day or so break last week from it where I felt fantastic, but the nausea and the vomiting came back. So that's okay. I was finally able to relieve some of the constipation. I actually dropped about 3 pounds over the course of a day, and it felt like so much pressure was gone from my abdomen. It felt amazing. So I'm trying, to eat really well, to try and get at least some type of protein and some type of vegetable into my body during the day. That sounds horrible, but I can't stand the taste of meat. It's disgusting to me, which is funny because I love meat. Prior to the pregnancy, we had chicken and steak and ground beef and, all kinds of stuff. But right now I can't stand the smell of it cooking. I can't stand the taste of it. So it's hard to get meat protein in. And then as far as beans go, I just really don't like them right now. So there's another protein source that's gone, and fruits and veggies just make me sick. So I've been trying. I do eat a lot of cereal, so I get, some pretty good vitamins and fiber and dairy from that, but it's the other meals that I'm struggling with right now. I have had a ton of swelling. At this point, my shoes barely fit. They just swell into the creases and stuff, and my legs are fat. They hurt. My fingers hurt. I can't tell if my face gets swollen right now. Probably not so much, but I can't tell if it's fat or swell. So, I mean, one of those things. Obviously, you can tell in my videos I have a very difficult time catching my breath. With each passing day, it gets harder and harder to breathe. And when I'm sleeping especially, for whatever reason, I've always slept on my side. Always, always, always. And then when we got pregnant, no biggie, right? I already sleep on my side. Except for now, I always want to sleep on my back. I wake up on my back, and I wake up and I can't breathe because of everything kind of pushing up into my lungs, and I can't breathe. And lastly would be just the constant need to go to the bathroom. I probably pee 5 or 6 times an hour. And I'm really not, this sounds bad too, I'm really not drinking that much. Definitely probably way less than the recommended amount of fluids you drink in a day. But when I drink a lot, I get really full and uncomfortable. So I drink enough to stay hydrated, I drink enough to stay comfortable, and everything else is, looking good, so I'm not too worried about it. But I pee all the time. They tested me for UTIs, and they keep coming back negative. No urine no protein in my urine or anything like that, so it's just, gotta go. And then as far as the little guy. He is moving like crazy. He moves so much. It's crazy. My husband is definitely getting to feel him a lot more. It's to the point where my husband can actually feel the movement so well that I don't have to really force him to touch my stomach and sit there and wait and wait and wait, because he'll, you know, he can feel all the little thumps and bumps and turns and twists and scrapes and all of the fun stuff that babies do. I really wish he could experience it from the inside, but that's never going to happen. So at least he's taking a more active role in the belly. So weight gain, I didn't grow that much this week. My waistline is still at 39 inches around, and I only gained about half a pound since last week, which isn't bad, but it isn't good either, considering I should be gaining roughly a pound a week. But, you know, I think in the previous weeks I had gained almost 9 pounds in 4 weeks. So, and the week before that I had gained 3 pounds. So I think it kind of evened off a little bit. I think that Luke had a growth spurt last week, which caused me to gain more weight, and then he's kind of resting and mellow this week. So right now I'm at 120 pounds and 4 ounces. And if I continue from this week on putting on 1 pound a week, then I will be right at 29 or 30 pounds when we deliver if I go full term. So I'm going to post a photo here from 25 weeks. And I will talk to you guys in my 26-week bump date. Talk to you later. Bye.